Hello guys, welcome back to NFTGG, and today we're taking another look at Dragonary. So I did buy into this game a few weeks ago, and there's not a lot of English videos out there, so I thought I'm going to tell you guys how much I'm making with the game so far and how you can potentially get into the game with no money. So in this video we're going to talk about a few different topics: how to get into the game, what type of account you will have, how to progress your account to make more money, how much each type of account will make, preparing for breeding the dragons, and how the breeding system works. So to get into the game, all you have to do is click sign up and then download the game, and you can play it on Windows, Android, or Macs. So if you get into the game with no money and you just start a regular account, your account level is going to be common. You're going to get 3 random common dragons to begin with. As you get better dragons, your account rarity goes up. So the higher you are with your account, the more money you're going to make. The way to advance your account to get it from, say, common to uncommon to rare to epic is to start breeding the dragons and fusing them. So what you want to do is, say for example, I got 3 epic dragons tomorrow, my account would automatically be bumped up to an epic account, making more money. So here in the white paper, they have a good example of how the account system works. You need to have the rarest type of dragon being the dominant amount of dragons on your account. So for example, if a player has 3 common dragons, 2 uncommon dragons, and 3 rare dragons, the account will only be classified as uncommon, even though you have 3 rares. The way it works is those 3 rare dragons are compared to your common dragons. So 3 and 3, they match. So that's not good. So what it does is, if they match, so if it's 3 and 3, they pick the top one, which is rare, and then they go back 1. So for example, if we had 3 uncommon, 2 rare, and 3 epic, the account would be rare. So you need to have a dominant amount of rare dragons to have the status of your account at that level. I think this is to stop hoarding dragons, and once you start breeding them, to actually sell them out on the market. That's a good way to control how many dragons will be in people's accounts and how to maintain your status as like mythical, legendary, or epic in the future. So the breakdown of the accounts goes as the following. A common account gets 1.5, uncommon 2, rare 10, epic 20, legendary 27 plus 5 and a bonus, mythical 35 and a 3x bonus, and then there's a 4% allocated to PvP in the game. Now this is the total distribution of tokens that will be given out to players. So the higher your account, the more of a daily reward you will get. So to talk about how much I make on my account right now, I'm getting roughly $25 a day. I'm getting roughly between 150 and 200 CYT tokens distributed into my account every day. And all I have to do to obtain that consistent flow of money is to make sure that my alchemy is 1000 out of 1000 at midnight every day. And that's 8 a.m. Filipino time, because I'm in the Philippines. But if you're in London, it would be midnight every day. You have to have this at 1000 out of 1000. And to get that to 1000, all you have to do is your missions. You go to Embers, and then you pick one of these. You do 5 of these battles daily. So you start building up sparks, and those sparks turn into Embers, which is what you'll be using to breed the dragons. So right now you want to be really stocking up on sparks to make Embers, and then when breeding comes around, you can start making multiple different types of dragons and boosting your account higher. So this game is definitely an early bird gets the worm type of game. They do a daily distribution of tokens, and there is a halving. So for example, so this is the breakdown of the token distribution. So in the first 90 days, maximum distribution of 1 million CYT per day. So for example, if you have common account, you'll be getting 1.5%, like you'll be making nearly 10 times more at the rare account just by having those extra blue dragons. On the 91 day, maximum distributions will be 500,000 per day, halving, and so on. So it gets down to, on day 271, distribution will be down to 125 per day. So if you hold on to your CYT now, it could be potentially worth more in the future. This is not financial advice. I'm just breaking down the game that I'm playing right now. If you want real financial advice, go get a professional and do your own research on all these games. Don't take my information as the only information out there. I don't want you to make a decision based on what I'm saying. So as I said earlier in the video, I'm making about $25 a day on my rare account. Now this is probably going to go down, and the way I see it is there's no current legendary, epic, or mythical accounts. So where's all that daily distribution tokens going to right now? Well, it's going to the only 3 accounts out there that are possible: common, uncommon, and rare. So that's why I'm getting so much right now, $25 per day, just for doing my 5 battles, which is a lot, just for literally about 6 to 7 minutes of playing. But that's going to change, because they will definitely want more people to do PvP in the future and get their money that way. Just before we go into the breeding of dragons and how that works, I would just like to point out here that the team is very open, they're transparent, and they're doing a lot of things right, and the roadmap seems pretty legit. Now this is similar to Axie Infinity, and I just bought an Axie team yesterday, and I think Axie is going to be going up and up That's why I got into it, but I am spreading my risk. I want to try out these new games that are up and coming, because just because Coca-Cola is out there doesn't mean there's no room for Pepsi. I don't know if this game will be to that standard, but it's definitely trying, and I do like it, so that's why I'm trying it out. The one thing I don't like about the game is, and when you're signing up for it at the very beginning, you'll see it yourself, is you have to sign into this thing called coinary.com. It's the sign up button at the homepage, and you have to sign in with Facebook or Gmail. I would prefer if everything was done on MetaMask personally, because blockchain, I don't care for emails anymore. I use that for different stuff. I want blockchain just to be blockchain with MetaMask, but that's just one gripe I have with this so far. So when it comes to breeding, it's all done with eggs, and there's incubation times for each egg. Common is 3 hours, uncommon 12, rare 24, 48 for an epic, 96 for legendary, and a whole week for a mythical egg. Now you will need 2 dragons to breed in the game. You'll need a common or an uncommon dragon to do so. You cannot use other dragons of a higher level. What determines a dragon's rarity is the total combination of their stats, and I'll just open up the game here and show you an example of that. So if we go to one of my dragons here, so on my top shelf here I have 3 common dragons, and they can only have a maximum right now of 30 stats in total combined. So all 3 combined all equal 30, and then the bottom ones everything equals 90. So for example, if I use these 2 to breed and I made a dragon, that dragon that is going to be bred is going to have about 20% extra stats because it was bred. So if you keep doing that and adding 20% on every time, once it gets to that 90 stats bonus, it will turn into a rare dragon. So you can breed your way up into higher levels of dragons and increase the rarity of your count, making more money in the future. So you put your 2 characters here, and it'll tell you what the stats are going to be, and then you get to pick to add an additional bonus. So for example, it only says 40 and 40, which is 80%. You drop in a fire ember, for example, and now it's gone 60-40. So you can kind of shift the tilt of what type of dragon it's going to be in the future. So for example, on the next breed, if you fuse those 2 characters and you get another fire ember, you can potentially keep making it more and more fire. Now, what are you going to do to prepare yourself for breeding when it comes out? I think it's coming out very soon. You want to buy CYT tokens right now and store them for when you want to start playing the game and increasing your account value, because you'll need that to do fusion of embers and fusion for the dragons and breeding. Everything is going to be based on CYT for now, and the more and more you breed, just like an Axie, the more expensive it's going to be. So price will be 5 CYT to breed 2 dragons, and then the second time, third time, it's going to go up. And here's the breakdown of that. First breed 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is not a lot right now. That's actually not a lot of money, but I know in the future if the price of CYT goes up, that will be expensive to get your 5th egg. So besides having your CYT ready, what you want to do is start playing those Ember games on beside the story mode and collecting sparks. So right now I have a few of each. I want to get at least 10 of each different class, and then I'll be able to use my Embers to do the breeding once that commences. I think the faster you get to a mythical account, the better, because it's going to get more and more expensive as the game becomes popular. So this is going to be a race to mythical 100%. The people who take this game serious and get there could reap a lot of rewards. Not financial advice, but the amount of rewards that are given out to people who will have legendary or mythical accounts compared to a common, rare, or an epic, it's night and day. If you get to those higher accounts first, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. But overall, I am excited for the game. I'm going to keep playing. I'm just going to do my daily tasks for now and keep farming up those sparks. I hope you guys learned something. There's not a whole lot of YouTube videos on this in English, so I hope all you English speakers out there enjoyed it and learned something. I will be doing more updates on the game as I progress in the game personally. If I find out information that's useful to you, I will let you know. And make sure to please like and subscribe for the video, guys. I really do enjoy making these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.